Gamers, the new Heliostat exotic mission is out today where you can get your Wolfbane Axe. To launch this activity, you're going to want to go to the Pinnacle Ops playlist and go right down here to the bottom and run the exotic mission. The first time you run it, it has to be on normal for you to get the exotic, and then after that, you're going to want to run it on master, and here's why. The reason being is because there's a few things that you have to do throughout the mission, and one of them only shows up while it is on master difficulty. So first and foremost, if you want the intrinsic traits, there's a few different locations that you're going to want to keep in mind on your way through. The first one is right after the first little mini encounter room where you go into the different rooms and shoot the little panels on the ceiling to open up the floor below. After you go through that floor, there are going to be diamond-shaped confluxes that you can interact with. And by interact with, I mean smash it with the axe. Smashing this first set with the axe will unlock the first improvement of the intrinsic trait. The next one, after you progress a little bit further, you're going to see the long hallway with all the different paths on the left and right. Go all the way to the end of the path on the left. There's going to be a little cubby hole right there for the second diamond. And then the third diamond, as soon as you go on the correct path to the right, you're going to want to jump straight down below where you come in at, and the last one is going to be right there. The next set of confluxes are going to be the triangles. They are going to be in the huge jumping puzzle where you disable all of the grav lifts. One of the grav lift buttons is going to be off to the left, and one of them will be off to the right. Whenever you go to that first path off to the left, there's going to be two confluxes that you can interact with. They're going to be on what we're calling like kind of the plus sign platforms as you're jumping across. One of them will be on the closest one, and one of them will be on the one right behind it. So as you begin the jumping puzzle, you're going to go to the first one right here on this first plus platform. The second one will be right past that, and this is where we kind of confirmed you have to hit them with the axe, because I had my sword out and I tried to hit it with the sword right here, and then obviously, as you see, I have to switch back to my axe to destroy it. And then the third one is going to be on the right path. It's going to be kind of up top, not really hidden away. It's kind of obvious as you're doing the jump puzzle. You'll see it up there glowing. And then the squares are arguably the easiest ones. They are as soon as you come into the boss room. The first square is going to be on the other side of the room, opposite corner of where you come in, and then the other two are going to be in the two separate rooms. The first room that opens, you go all the way up, and it's going to be sitting on top of a box right across from the console you have to interact with. And then the last square is going to be in the other room. As soon as you go into the room, you take a left before going up the stairs. It's going to be right there on your left. And that's how you unlock all the intrinsic traits. But if you are looking for attrition orbs, you want to launch this on master difficulty, and watch how we do the beginning here. As you go into the first radiation area where you're using the scion bubbles to protect yourself, you go through the first radiation room, and then as soon as you get to the second room, there's going to be a little data pad off to your right that you want to pick up. It's right in the corner. And then as soon as you pick up that data pad, you're going to want to run across the room. There's going to be a little red terminal that you can interact with. Put it in there, and if you complete the mission on master difficulty, you're going to get the attrition orbs catalyst. And then last but certainly not least, if you complete this exotic mission on ultimate difficulty, there is also an emblem you can achieve for doing that. So you're going to need to run this a total of 3 times to get everything you can get right now. The first time running it on normal to unlock the exotic itself. And the second time you're going to run it on master. Make sure you do the data pad at the beginning to make sure you unlock the catalyst, and then make sure you hit all of the intrinsic locations on the way through. One thing we did find out while we were doing this, only one person can do these at a time, meaning if one person hits it, it disappears for everybody else, and it will not give the entire fire team progression. This is a huge L on Bungie if you ask me, but just note that before you go in. Everybody's gonna have to do this one at a time. And then the last time you run it on ultimate difficulty with a fire team, make sure you get that emblem. That does it for everything you can get so far in the new exotic mission. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.